Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a girl K.DOLL. If you're new to my channel, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, and if you're a returning subscriber, obviously welcome back to another video. So guys, like the title says, today's video is going to be a girl's chit chat. So guys, we're going to be talking about some juicy girl topics today, from cuffing season to dealing with the bare minimum from guys, leveling up, settling, sneaky links, and more. So if you know you're interested in this, get comfortable, grab yourself a drink, get cozy, because we're about to have some girl time. So guys, today we're going to be talking about some juicy girl topics. You lot sent me some topics that you guys wanted me to talk about, and then there's just other stuff that I felt related to the things you guys sent me. So I was just like, yeah, let's have a little girls time, because I like talking to you guys. Some of the messages you guys send me, topics you guys ask me to talk about, I feel like it's very relatable. These are things that a lot of people go through, so I'm just like, why not just share and share my opinion. Certain things I go through are relatable to other girls as well, so I'm just like, if I can help and give my advice, like, I'm not a professional at the end of the day, but I feel like based on my own experiences and based on life, things that have happened around me, like, you guys get to hear my opinions, get to learn more about me, and yeah, it's just more interactive. So I do actually like doing these videos. I feel like I'm gonna try and do more girl talks. Let me know if it's something you guys want. Comment down below and I will definitely do more. You lot sent me like different topics and like stuff you wanted me to talk about, so I'm gonna break this into different things. This is cuffing season. It's winter, it's cold, people want company, and this is when people find themselves in the wrong situations they shouldn't be in, but because it's cold they need a little sneaky link or they need a little company. You find yourself in places you shouldn't be, settling with people you shouldn't be settling with, and I feel like we need to do better, girls. You can't level up all year and then when it's winter, because of a little cold, you go back to square one where you left. One of the things I got was, someone was like, they need advice on how to actually keep a man. When I saw this, I was just like, see, in my opinion, sis, I am not a professional, but this is my channel and this is my opinion. So if you don't like it, sorry. But in my opinion, there's no actual way to keep a man. The question was, how do I actually keep a man? There's no way to do that. And I say this because a man will stay with a woman. A man will stay where he's meant to be if he wants to be there. You can't keep these men. Like, there's nothing you want to do to keep men in this generation. You could be the baddest. You can throw it back like nobody could. You can cook for him, clean for him. See, you can try and be everything a guy wants, and if he's not going to stay, he's not going to stay. He will leave you for someone that is doing the bare minimum for him, or not even doing shit. So the truth is, there's no way to keep a man. There's no actual way, there's no way to keep a man. You need to just be yourself. I'm not saying you should treat your man bad or you should treat a guy bad. That's not what I'm saying. However, what I am saying is, there's no perfect way. There's no handbook to this. There's no manuscript. You can't do anything to keep a man. A man will stay with a woman if he wants to stay. That's it. How can I say this? When you're doing stuff for a guy, a person you like or a person you love, you can only try and be the best version of yourself for you, and obviously for the people you love, for the people around you. But you could be the best version of yourself, you could be a very good person, and it's still not going to be enough to keep a guy. They would follow some scatty person who probably doesn't do anything for them or could never support them the way you did. Just anywhere to bust a nut and just some coochie. Let me just say that. So that's why I feel like when ladies are always like, oh, I want to do this, how can I keep a man? How can I do this? Okay, I'm going to start cooking, I'm going to start cleaning, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to give him money. That is not going to keep a man. Guess what? They will take all of that, they will enjoy it, they will collect the benefits, they're not going to say no. Why would they say no? But he can still be cheating outside with someone that doesn't do anything. You can only be the best version of yourself for yourself, but you cannot do anything to keep a man. Men know what they're doing. Men are intentional when they want something. If a man wants to stay with a woman, he will stay. A man can be loyal to a woman that doesn't cook for him, doesn't clean for him, doesn't treat him, probably someone that the man is even babying, and he would love this woman with his life and never cheat on her, and she could probably never cook. Not like she's not a good person. Not cooking is not a yardstick, but I'm just giving an example because for Nigerian society, the perfect woman cooks, cleans, does all of that. That's the very like shallow mentality. So when comparing it to that, there could be women who don't lift a finger. They don't lift a finger in their home, but guess what? Their men love them because it's his decision to love you and to be there. There's nothing you want to do to keep him. If you don't want to stay, he's not going to stay. If he wants to be there, if he wants to stay, he will stay. So please don't be trying to kill yourself or stress yourself about, oh, how can I keep a man? Is he thinking, oh, how can I keep her? Be the best version of yourself for yourself. Breaking your back to keep a man that will still not stay if he doesn't want to stay. That's just it. Men do not stay if they don't want to stay. Let's move on and mature away from that mentality. When men want to be somewhere, they will stay there. Someone said, can you discuss why good men for you be broke and the bad ones have money? Which do you choose? I'm done. Yo, that's not always the case. There are good men who have money. There are bad boys who are broke. Like, it's not always like that. Let's just be honest. But I understand what the person could probably be saying. This whole good boy, bad boy thing, everyone's definition of a good boy and a bad boy is different. But on a very large scale, I feel like ladies have a phase when we're like, oh yeah, I like the bad boys. And some people don't grow out of that. They continue that from their teens to their 20s to their 30s. They're still chasing after the bad boys, and it doesn't usually end good, to be very honest, because the bad boys are the ones that are just gonna string you along and just continue your benefit to them. Anyway, you're beneficial to them, they'll keep you along, and you've been in your 40s still following this bad boy you've been following since you were in your 20s, and time will just pass and you're then gonna waste your good years following a bad boy, and you end up being in your mid-40s or your late 30s realizing you wasted like 10 years following bad boys. And the thing is, typical bad boys, long term, I feel like as a lady, as a girl, you just have to mature on your own. It's like giving your friend advice about a boy. You're gonna continue going until they personally decide that, you know what, I don't want this anymore. No matter how much you talk to a person in love or a person that likes someone or is in love with someone, they are not gonna hear you. You're not giving them what that person is giving them. They're not gonna hear you. Like, until they are actually ready to break out of it, everything you're gonna say is gonna be in and out. It's gonna be the same cycle all the time. And that goes for guys as well. That's just the truth. Once a person is in love or likes someone deeply, they're deaf to everyone else. Everyone can be telling you like, this person is no good for you, this person is toxic, this person is bad. That's how people stay in abusive relationships for a very long time, because everyone else outside is seeing it, but you're in the situation, you're all loved up and just in a different whole world. I feel like when you get to a certain level of maturity and when you actually like have plans for your life and you want to have a good life, you want to have a family. Personally, I'm not gonna choose a good person who's broke just because you can be a good person with finances. So why must you be a good person and be broke? No, thank you. So someone sent in a message: advice on not going back to a toxic ex and how to go about it. This is interesting. This leads me to my topic on settling, cuffing season, toxic exes, bare minimum. First of all, I would say mentally you need to make up your mind and be like, as much as I might still have feelings for this person, as much as I might still have love for this person isn't good for me, therefore I have to force myself. It's not always fun. The same way you learn to love someone is the same way sometimes you have to learn to unlove someone. You need to take your love back from that person. I say it so simply, but it's not that easy. It can be a process. It might take a while. But the only way you're not going to go back to a toxic ex is by, first of all, if the shit they've done to you hasn't hurt you enough to realize they are a toxic ex, I'm guessing there was a reason you guys broke up. First of all, you say they're a toxic ex and they're an ex, meaning you're broken up. So you need to remind yourself why you broke up with them. If they weren't toxic enough, or maybe you've forgotten the pain, maybe you need to remind yourself of what that person did to you to remind yourself why, yeah, this is toxic and I don't need this and I don't need this person back in my life. Because sometimes you crave old feelings, you probably see old memories and you're just like, oh, I miss this time, I miss this person. But I feel like if someone's an ex, they're an ex for a reason, and especially when it's not a thing where you have a civil breakup, or the person was a good person but things just happen, people outgrow themselves. A toxic ex, you don't need to be going back to that situation. You need to sit down and maybe pen on paper, write down all the toxic things this person did to you and all the bad things they did to you, and realize how they were probably not even there for you, and deep it, since you've probably forgotten. Maybe you need to write everything down that this person has done to you on paper. Look at it, really think back to it, and maybe when you get goosebumps, you remember that, yeah, I don't need to be with this person and I don't need to go back to this person. And I'm not saying it's that easy. Toxic people, toxic situations can be very, very fun, can be very, very interesting. You find like, oh, the back and forth, all of that. 'Cause some people think, oh, like being very aggressive, pushing, someone being abusive to you, like that's just so much love. Like they love you so much that they can't control themselves. And I've heard people say that, and that is crazy. Somebody that loves you doesn't want to hurt you. Someone that loves you isn't going to abuse you, isn't going to beat you, isn't going to physically hurt you, isn't going to emotionally abuse you or damage you. People always think of abuse and toxic as violent, physical harm. Emotional abuse, all of that is very damaging as well, and that's very toxic. I know it's not easy to leave such situations, because sometimes the most toxic situations are the situations where you've probably felt like very deep love, like very deep emotions. Sometimes situations are very toxic, but at the same time you've probably had very deep emotions with that person. You probably have the highest of highs with that person and the lowest of lows, and you've had like a rush of emotions, like very deep love, and you feel like, oh, you're not gonna get anything like that again. I promise you, a toxic situation might feel like, oh, this person loved you so deeply and that's why they did this and why they did that, and you can, no. Don't make excuses for a toxic situation. You will find somebody else out there who will give you love in the right way and who wouldn't be toxic. Like, people always feel like, oh, I'm not going to find better. Maybe that's a damn lie. Especially when a person isn't treating you right. I promise you there's someone outside who's praying for a person like you who will treat you like a queen. So please, like, and let's not use winter and cuffing season as a reason to get back with our exes. Because I've been seeing some posts and I've been seeing some stuff, I'm just like, let's not. And me and my girls be having conversations and it's just funny as hell, because the truth is that's what happens, and it's very easy and it's relatable. It's winter, it's cuffing season. All of a sudden, after everyone was a hot girl in summer and a hot boy in summer, everyone is now in relationships and all cuffed up. And this is the season where if you're single, you probably feel a bit alone and your friend isn't outside anymore. The weather is cold, so your girls aren't even outside with you anymore. They're all cuffed up with their men at home, being booed up, doing up Netflix and chill, and you're probably feeling very single and alone. Sis, don't do it. That's still not a reason to go back to your ex. Don't do it. If anything, find you your sneaky link who has common sense and enjoy your winter. If you have to do that, do that. But going back to a toxic ex is never the option. Not because you're feeling lonely, not because it's winter and all your girls are booed up and you're home alone. Baby girl, cuddle your teddy. Or find you a good, wholesome, sneaky link. But do not go back to that ex. Do not go back to that trash nigga, because he doesn't deserve you. And to be honest, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. Ain't nothing wrong with going to see a sneaky link. A wholesome, good sneaky link. Not someone who treats you like trash. Not them bad boys that you like who don't have respect for you or just don't give a shit about you. That's not the one. I'm not saying a booty call. No, not that. But a sneaky link. I would rather give you guys advice to do that than to go backwards to your ex. Baby girl, don't do it. We're moving forward, not backward. We're not going back to anything. We move forward that way. So please, don't go back to toxic exes. Remember the things they did to you if you have to. And I'm not saying be unforgiving. You can forgive someone, but that doesn't mean you have amnesia. And I always say this. So remember what was done to you if you have to. This then takes me to my topic of coughing. Coughing season is here. It's winter. It's cold. It's lonely. No one's outside anymore. The sun ain't out 24/7, and that's understandable. You might feel like, oh, everyone's in a relationship. Everyone's all booed up. I want to be booed up. And maybe a sneaky link just isn't enough for you. Maybe a sneaky link actually isn't enough for you, and you actually want to be booed up and all of that. I understand, but what I do want to say is, girls, don't rush it. There's no rush to a relationship. I always say this. Don't feel the pressure to be in a relationship, to have a boyfriend, to have a girlfriend, to have something serious just because everyone else is booed up, or it's winter and you want like the whole couples thing. Like, don't let social media rip you up into nonsense, basically, because honestly you would end up, oh, it's winter, oh, it's cuffing season, I want to be booed up as well, I want to bathe, I want this, I want that. And a lot of the time it's not even a thing where emotionally you're ready to actually welcome someone, the highs and the lows, the good, the bad, all their emotions, everything that comes with them, because a relationship is a lot. You're just thinking, oh, I just want to be booed up, I want to take pictures, I want to go here, I want to have a winter bay, I want to do this, and I want to do all these things. And it's not even because you actually want it. It's just wrapped up in the idea that social media creates for you. And if that's your reason for wanting to be cuffed so bad, then that's just the wrong reason. If it's not because you actually like someone and you feel invested with them and you have like deep emotions and you feel like, okay, you see this growing somewhere and you actually want to build something with this person. If it's not for good intentions like that and you're doing it for the wrong reasons just because social media, your friends, pressure, then baby girl, I hate to break it to you, but you need to take a chill pill and you need to sit your butt down, because that's what leads to situations where you see yourself settling for the bare minimum just because you want to be cuffed, you want a winter bay, you want to be in a relationship, you want to go winter wonderland and all those silly things. And you find yourself settling with people who don't give a shit about you, who don't actually care about you, and you're just going to rip yourself in a very unhealthy situation just because you want a winter bay. Honestly, don't deal with the bare minimum just because you want a bae. Don't settle for a guy who you know is not up to your standards. And having standards is very much okay. You know you bring something to the table. There's nothing wrong with having standards. And if you know you're settling with someone who doesn't in any way match up to your standards, doesn't cater to you emotionally, you're gonna personally regret it, because you're gonna find yourself settling with any nigga or any guy who comes your way so quickly because you just want to be booed up. You don't want that. You'll be dealing with the bare minimum. I've been hearing crazy stories of girls wanting to be so booed up, just wanting a man that they be doing vacations and shit, and they're the ones funding these whole relationships, or even paying guys to come on holidays with them just to be able to be booed up. And when I hear stuff like that, I'm just like, that's crazy behavior. I would never, like, why would you do that? That's just craziness. You're gonna beg a guy and pay him to come on a holiday with you and act like, oh, he got you presents, but everything is you paying. Like, please, can we please break away from this bare minimum settling behavior? Because when I hear stuff like that, I'm just like, what kind of absurd thing is that? Like, ladies, let's respect ourselves a bit more. You don't need to be doing all of that. It's never that deep. You cannot be that desperate. Dealing with people you know you probably have no business with, it's just so messy. Like, please, let's not be doing that. Buying gifts for ourselves and being like, oh, babe did this, oh, babe. No, don't, oh, babe sorted me out for the winter, and you know it's from your own pocket. You're now even making a guy look extra good, better than he is. Don't do that, please. And those of you that have been doing that, you need to stop. Paying niggas to come on vacation with you, I'm like, oh, babe flew me out, but everything was on you, sis. And you paid this guy to even come as well. We need to do better. Like, that's just bottom barrel behavior. I'm so sorry. There's nothing wrong with being alone. It's fine. If you're single this season, embrace it. You can love on yourself. I feel like before even needing a relationship or coffee, if you do not love yourself, if you haven't experienced alone time, if you're one of those people that you can't be alone, you can't be single, you can't experience alone time, I'm sorry, but you need help, because you need to be able to love yourself. I've found that when you love yourself so much, you set your standards, you set a standard to how people people love you and treat you, because people see how you treat yourself and they're like, okay, yeah, she don't give a shit about herself, I'm gonna give her the bare minimum and I know she'll take it. Don't do that. Love yourself. When you love yourself and like you genuinely love yourself, you learn to enjoy your own company, you know your worth. Like, no one's gonna come and give you mediocre rubbish and you're gonna take it, because you know your worth. You know you're some pressure, you know your worth. But when you're so, or you always have to be with someone to the extent that you're paying for people to just have company, that's like paying for friends. That's sad, and you need to really have a look at yourself. So anyone that's trying to do that, I'm not going to advise you to rush just because it's cuffing season. If you are single, enjoy it. Being single, I always say, it's not a bad thing. As a person, I always say I look forward to a relationship, but I'm in no run or in no rush into a relationship, especially not to settle with the bare minimum. I'm so sorry. I've passed that stage in my life now, and I've loved on myself so much that anyone coming to me now, I know what I expect. Anyone coming to me, I've set the standards, because I know how much I love myself and I know how much I take care of myself emotionally, physically, mentally. So I'm not going to deal with the bare minimum. Not emotionally, not mentally, not physically. Like, no. I know how much it's taken me to love myself fully, and I embrace all of me. And that doesn't mean when you love yourself you're perfect, or you think, oh, I'm the most perfect person in the world. No, but you accept yourself and you take out time to actually learn about yourself, embrace yourself, love yourself. So when someone else comes to you and you see the bare minimum, you don't want it. You've leveled up within yourself, and that's just not like physically, that's mentally, that's spiritually, just like putting yourself in a very good place. So yeah, I definitely will say, I do know it does get lonely, especially like winter can be a very lonely, cold time. You want to watch some Netflix and chill with a friend or something, and there's nothing bad to that. However, don't deal with the bare minimum. Don't settle for nonsense. Don't welcome people who are not meant to be in your life back into your life again just because you want some company. Times like that, there's nothing wrong with being alone. If all your girlfriends are busy and booked up, I'm sure you can find a guy friend to chill with, or a wholesome sneaky link. And yes, I add wholesome to sneaky link, because a sneaky link can also be someone who is a sneaky link for a reason, but at least they are a wholesome person. Like, they have morals, they care about you as a human being at least, and regard you. Don't be sneaky linking with guys who don't have any regard for you, or who disrespect you and stuff like that. So that's why I add the word wholesome, because some sneaky links just be rude and disrespectful and just don't care, and you're just a booty call to them. But a wholesome sneaky link, y'all are both benefiting from the situation. You both know you're sneaky linking, but there's at least some respect and it's cool, if that makes any sense. But yeah, just girls, don't settle for the bare minimum. I know, like, everyone wants to be all booed up, and that's fine, but at the same time, if you're not, it's cool. Love on yourself, buy yourself some flowers, treat yourself to a spa day, take a holiday, do something with your girlfriends, or just have some me time. Book a hotel for the weekend, have a staycation. Just embrace yourself this season, whether you're in a relationship, whether you are not. Love on yourself whether you are in a relationship or not. My girls who are cuffed up, enjoy the season. I always say, don't forget to love yourself. Just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean there's always room for improvement. You learn more about yourself with time. Don't lose yourself when you're in a relationship, because that happens a lot. Like, we forget ourselves in relationships sometimes, and that's not good. So yeah, just always have yourself in mind. Always love yourself. Love your partner if you're in a relationship, but also love yourself. Continue to improve on yourself. Take care of yourself. We are leveling up. The year ain't over. There's still time. There's still a month to work on yourself, to do more if you have things you wanted to do this year. Mentally leveling up, financially, spiritually, physically. There's still time to do stuff. There's still time to get your goals checked out. So yeah, if you're in a relationship or you have someone, that's fine, but just don't forget to love yourself, girls. Don't forget to continue to improve on yourself. Don't get comfortable because you have someone or because you don't have someone. Even if you're single, take care of yourself, love on yourself, get your hair done, get your nails done, get your lashes done if you want to, do a little shopping, buy a few cute pieces. These are the little things that could make you happy, make you just feel better. Take yourself out for dinner, go on a date with yourself. If you're single, go on a date. Even in a relationship, you can still go on dates with yourself. Just have your me time. Don't forget yourself regardless of your situation. And yeah, I hope you guys have gotten some good advice from today's video. It was just a very chill girls talk. Cuffing season is here. Love on yourselves, guys, no matter what, whether in or out of a relationship, whether single, cuffed, sneaky linking, whatever you are doing, just make sure you're loving yourself. If you are sneaky linking with someone, make sure that person is someone that at least cares about you as a person and has regard for you. And if you're single, enjoy the season, love yourself. Ain't nothing bad with being single. Have some fun, baby girl. And yeah, I guess we're done here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more girl talks, then do let me know. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel down below. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts. If you're cuffed, what you guys think, sneaky linking, what are your thoughts on that? Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know other topics you guys want me to talk about. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Follow me on my social media accounts. They'll be in the description box down below to keep up with me. And except from that, I guess we're done for today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.